am so proud of my makeup and skincare empties this month. I have a basket chock full of some really impressive products, and if you watched my rolling project pan a few days ago, you will know that there are quite a few makeup empties in here that I'm just like baffled about. I feel like project panning is one of those things where for the longest time you get no progress and then suddenly you get loads of progress, loads of empties, and this month is definitely one of those months. I have, let me count up, 4 makeup empties that I'm going to talk about at the end of this video, but before we get into that, I'm going to speak about some skincare, some home stuff. I've got a candle and little bits like that. I'm going to save the makeup to last. But just before we do jump into the video today, guys, if you have not already, definitely like and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me. I love bright, fun, colourful makeup here on my channel. This was a get ready with me that I've just filmed. I think it would have gone live maybe yesterday, maybe a few days ago, and it was answering your guys' Q&A questions. I did put out a community tab not that long ago asking you guys for some juicy questions, and I unpacked a lot of them today. It was definitely an interesting video, so after this, if you would like to go and watch that, that would mean the world to me. Also hype this video because that also means the world. It just tells YouTube that you guys love this content and you want it to be pushed in the algorithm more as well. So without further rambling, let's jump in to the empties. So I'm going to start with this Yankee candle first. Now, technically, there is some product left at the bottom of this. However, I have reached the very end of the wick. I'm not sure if you can see there. It is completely down to the bottom. So I am counting this as an empty. I do actually melt down some candles. I have something to show you. So this was like a mix of every candle I had left over, and it smells quite nice, and I did melt it all down, and I got at least another like 24 hours out of the kind of candle wax rejects. It is really annoying when things like this happen, but I'm sure I'll end up like scraping it up and then remaking another candle out of it, because that is what I did with this and I really enjoy that. I don't like wasting my money on things, and I do feel like candles, especially Yankee candles, like they're expensive. I feel like you do waste money sometimes when all of this is left over. Like this is a good like 6 hours worth of wax, and so I do want to get my money's worth out of that. So technically this is an empty, but I will be scraping it out and I will be remelting it and making a new candle out of it. So kind of an empty. I wanted to start on something that was kind of an empty, kind of not an empty, but you know what? I'm really happy about it. This was actually a Christmas scent. Yeah, it's been here for a while. It is the scent Red Apple Wreath, but it's quite a sweet smell. I do really like my sweet, fruity smells. And yeah, it kind of smells a little bit cinnamony, but I wouldn't say that it is like Christmas. You get some smells that are just like, yeah, you can't burn that any other time of year than Christmas, but this has been all right. So it's just been nice and sweet and nice to use. So there we go. That's the first one. Second one, a little bit boring, but you know what? It's an empty. This is a conditioner. It's from Lacura. It's the same one I always use. However, I'm thinking of cutting out conditioner from my hair routine because every time I use this, I don't know if they've changed the formula of this or what is happening, but every time I use this, my hair gets really greasy really quick. This is freshly washed hair. I washed it last night and I just used shampoo in it. I didn't use any kind of conditioner. And it's really like glossy. It doesn't look that glossy right now, but I mean, look, that's just shampoo. That's not any kind of conditioner or anything like that. So I think I might just cut that out. I do use the Glaze hair mask every now and then. That lasts about 10 washes. So I might just keep on top of the Glaze hair mask and then cut this out because my hair was just greasy and just not looking good. So yeah, dry shampoo has been my best friend this month while I've been getting through this, but I have got through it now and I don't think I'll be repurchasing it. It was never like that before. I've used this for years and years and years and years and it's never ever been like that. So I just don't really know what is going on with this. It's just a bit too much. I've never had oily hair or anything like that. I've never had hair issues. My hair is just pretty normal. I think I get quite a dry scalp, but other than that, like, it's fine. So I don't know, I just don't really want to faff with that. Okay, this month has been the month of acne, okay? I do actually have answers for you though. So I have been breaking out so badly, and I was saying I have no idea why I'm breaking out. I'm not due a period. I'm not this, that, and the other. Turns out Mother Nature blessed me twice this month. I am going through a bit of an endometriosis situation right now, and so I just bleed whenever, doesn't matter, and that's why I was breaking out. My skin today is a lot better than it has been in the past few like weeks, and I think it is because my hormones are finally calming down. I'm on like day 3, I think, so things are just kind of calming down a little bit. So oh my god, yeah, I was blessed again, which was nice, but that means 2 pimple patch empties. Not 1, but 2. I fly through these. These are the best pimple patches that I've tried. I used to use the Revolution ones. However, they discontinued them for the longest time. I think they are back now, but they don't suck out the gunk. These do. These are salicylic acid patches that pull out gunk. The reason why I love the Revolution ones so much is because they were salicylic acid and they just kind of treated instead of pulling out. These kind of do both, which is amazing, and they are really cheap. I think they're like £3 something with an Advantage card. So I've gone through 2 of these this month. There are 23 in each pack, so not a crazy amount of products, but yeah, they've gone. I have been putting on pimple patches, I think, every single night. Last night I didn't, and you know what? I'm kind of glad I didn't. I was going to put one on this. Can you see that one there? But it's kind of dried out naturally on its own, which is good. And I've got one on the corner of my mouth here. I was going to put one on there, but again, it's kind of dried out on its own, so I'm happy about that. Hopefully I won't need them for a little while yet, because my skin, hopefully, touch wood, is calming down, but 2 packets of pimple patches gone this month, which is kind of crazy. And again, this is no stranger to this update. My Lacura makeup wipes. Now, I don't use makeup wipes to take off my makeup, but I do use makeup wipes to take off swatches or anything like that. If I'm changing an eye look midday, I will take them off using these. I don't trust these to take off my makeup fully. However, they are the best makeup wipes that I have tried, and I just keep reaching for them. I keep buying them. They're just from Aldi. They're so cheap. They're like 50p or something. And I get the dry skin ones because I do have dry skin, and they are so like wet. They are really, really good. I've tried so many different types of makeup wipes that you take them out the packet and they're just bone dry. These are so good. So if you do have dry skin, I, again, wouldn't recommend these for taking off your makeup at the end of the day. I definitely recommend full micellar water for that. Wash your face, make sure that there is no makeup on your face when you go to bed. These do leave makeup on your face. I think all makeup wipes do, so please just be careful, but these are gone as well. Does that leave all makeup? Well, I have this. It's a duo lash glue. I wasn't sure if I included this in last month's empties or not, so I put it in here as well. I've gone through 2 lash glues this year so far, and I am now on my 3rd. This is my fresh one. It's looking a little bit less gunky, which is lovely. But I wear lashes every single day. If I'm wearing makeup, I'm wearing lashes, and so this flies by. It has settled a little bit at the bottom here, but the little like spatula-y thing doesn't actually go down that far. Oh my god. It's glued shut. I don't know. I can't show you that. But it got to the point, you know, when you get right to the end of a lash glue and you start like putting it on the band, but it's almost like a latex consistency. It's like gloopy and like dried up a little bit. No, it had to go. I was not putting myself through that. I'm very, very sorry, but this is gone as well. And that leaves all makeup products, which is so exciting. So I've actually finished 2 concealers this month, which is fan-bloody-tastic. 2 concealers. This is great. So the first one, I finished this around the middle of the month. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define. Look at that dry-ass dofer applicator. I'm looking inside it. There is nothing left. Nothing left at all. Here we go. You can see the windowing. It is like, there's nothing left in here. This I liked. However, if I was going to repurchase, I'd repurchase the Conceal and Hydrate. I have used the Conceal and Hydrate before. This is just the normal Conceal and Define. For me and my dry skin, it is a little bit drying, but it's nothing crazy. It's nothing to the point where I'm like, you know, I enjoyed it. It was nice. It was a staple concealer. It did the job. I use this more as a brightening under eye concealer and then like a highlight on my forehead, my nose, and my chin. This is in the shade CO.1, so a very, very light, kind of highlighty shade for me. Flew through it. I don't feel like there's that much product in here. 4 grams, so like kind of average, I guess. It's a concealer. It's gone. Good coverage. I can see why this was a pretty big staple in the makeup drugstore world a few years ago, and like I said, I have used the Conceal and Hydrate before. I personally would stick to that one, but this is still really, really good, and that is gone. And also the NYX Pro Fix Stick. This was in my rolling project pan. You can see I'm rolling it up. There is nothing left in here. Could I scrape out the product and use it that way? Yes, but I'm not going to do that. I always say when a product stops working for me, I will stop working for it. I have a collection way too big to be doing things like that. Like, this is gone. And this was used as a spot concealer underneath my foundation. So I like using this bare face, like just with moisturizer on, and then just tapping it over my breakouts, blending it with my finger, and then putting my foundation on just to kind of help the foundation coverage. I got this in a very light shade as well. This is in the shade Too Fair, because originally I bought this to just be a normal highlighty under eye concealer. However, the more I used it like that, the more I just didn't really like it. I'd try blending it out with a brush and a sponge and it would just look really dry. It's definitely a dry formula. So I would always recommend using your finger to tap it out and then wiping off your finger in between every section almost, because it can get quite clumpy and quite thick and quite heavy. So please just beware of that. I know a few people bought this and were commenting that they really don't like it because they are having those issues. Try it with your finger, because that's how I enjoyed it, and wipe it off in between every section, because for me, that is what's worked best. I don't know if I'll repurchase this because someone did say that it does have pore clogging ingredients in there, and obviously if I'm using it as a spot concealer, my pore is already clogged, so I don't really want additional pore clogging things. You'd think a concealer would not have pore clogging things because it's a concealer. Like, if any product shouldn't have pore clogging ingredients, it should be a concealer. So I don't think I'm going to repurchase this. It's not something that I'm like absolutely dying and lusting for, so I'm just going to accept this as an empty. I am a little bit scared now though, because 2 concealer empties. I'm running very low on concealers. I have 1 concealer that is nearly empty as well. So that is 3 concealers in the space of like 2 months that are going to be empty. And I do have 1 that is going to be decluttered at the end of the year. So I'm really, really scared. Like, I'm running low on concealers, so I might just pick up a few concealers in town today just to, you know, I want my content to be different every time. I feel like if I only have like 2 or 3 concealers in my collection, while from a consumeristic standpoint, that's great, for my content, I think I just need, I might just pick up 1 or 2 just to kind of keep it a little bit fresh. So we'll see, but yeah, I'm happy about these. I'm happy that they're gone. They are older products, so that is amazing for me. Next, this is almost like a 2-in-1. This is from SheGlam, and you can see it is completely gone. This was the pressed powder side that I have been working on in my rolling project pan for so long, and at the bottom here is a loose powder. This was empty months and months and months and months and months ago, I think like last year sometime. So this is not a recent empty, but because it's a duo product, I've been waiting until this is empty so that I could call this whole thing done. I actually rolled this out of my project pan and you guys bullied me. You were like, Caitlin, bring that powder back into this project pan because we want to see it done. And so I said, you know what, okay, I'm really, really sorry. I brought it back into my project pan and then I finished it. So I'm really glad that you've bullied me, actually. Thank you very much for doing that. I'm doubly happy that this is an empty because I don't see SheGlam as cruelty-free. Do they test on animals? No. However, my umbrella of cruelty-free isn't just testing on animals, it is how they treat their workers and their staff. And as we all know, SheGlam and Shein is absolutely horrendous to staff and things like that. So for me, SheGlam is not cruelty-free. I think cruelty-free needs to be widened a little bit into more areas because it is still abysmal. It is still horrendous the way they treat their workers, and to call it cruelty-free for me is like a slap in the face to them. So I do not support SheGlam. I do not shop from Shein. I do not do anything like that. So I'm really glad that this is gone, and that's what I mean by like a double whammy almost. Yes, it's an empty, but it's an empty of a brand that I don't want to support anymore, and it's an empty of a brand that I don't want to promote on my channel anymore. So this is gone. I'm so excited. Both sides. There is the tiniest bit of loose powder left, but I cannot get it through the sieve. So this is gone. I'm so excited and happy about that. And I don't know, it just, empties make me happy anyway, but like, oh, a SheGlam empty. Yes. And finally, we have a lippy sticks. Now, I've been saying for years and years and years and years and years, this is the year that I finish my Colourpop lippy sticks, and this is the second Colourpop lippy sticks that I have finished this year. I am working on another one, so hopefully, I don't think I'll have 3 empties, but maybe I'll have like 2.5 lippy sticks empties by the end of the year. And this is the shade Brink, and again, I'm rolling it all the way up. There is no product left in here. Similar to the NYX Pro Fix Stick, could I get a spatula and scoop it out? Yes, I could, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. This is a really nice, kind of muted everyday red shade. I'm really, really scared of red lips. I don't like bright, saturated red lips. However, this is more of like a browny red shade, and it was a shade that I was comfortable wearing every day. Because this was such a creamy formula, it really didn't take long to finish at all. I think this was only in my project for like 3 or 4 months, which is absolutely amazing. And yeah, now I've finished 2 Colourpop lippy sticks, which is, I'm just so happy about that. These lippy sticks have been in my collection for so long, and like I said before, every single year it was like, this year I'm gonna do it, and I just never touched them. So to have 2 out this year is really, really great for me. I'm really, really excited to achieve that, and finally, after so long of saying as well. I do have a few more lippy sticks in my collection that hopefully I will be using and getting out very soon. I am going to be rolling over this Colourpop lippy sticks mission into 2026 as well. Hopefully I can get at least 2 more lippy sticks gone. That would be my goal. That would be amazing if I can do that. So definitely stick around if you wanted to see that as well. So this is it. These are all my empties. I think I've done so well this month. I'm so proud of my progress. I always say that this year hasn't been the best year for project panning, but then I get months like this and I'm like, wait a minute, no, we've done so well, and I'm so proud of myself, and all these empties are truly amazing, and I'm just really, really happy to get some use on my collection. Yes, I buy a lot of makeup. Yes, I'm sent a lot of makeup from brands. Like, I'm so grateful for that. But it is also nice to get use and finish makeup products as well. I don't really like wasting things if I can help it, and so yeah, I'm really, really happy about this. But this is it. This is where I'm gonna love you and leave you today, guys. Have an absolutely incredible day. Hype this video. Let me know what is your recent empty that you have got in your collection, whether it is skincare or makeup or whatever it may be. And I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.